My name is Patrick Semana, and I'm finalizing my degree in Arts and General Studies. It's an associate degree, and before coming to school at Cape Gary, which is partnering with Southern New Hampshire University, I worked as storekeeper at Bouygues Energies and Services, whereby my responsibilities included receiving, keeping all items shipped, and transferring them to another location. My responsibilities also included preserving and ensuring safety in the stores at that company. By describing a time when I worked well on a team, when I was a storekeeper at Bouygues Energies and Services, I had to work with more storekeepers because the materials we had to give to the technicians or other people who were working were complementary. It means that we are 5 storekeepers, and what I had was complementing with what another storekeeper had. So it meant an effective communication, because if I was missing on something, then the whole project would be down, because those materials we were supposed to offer were complementary. So it means also that we need, if one was sick, there was need of someone to replace him. So, and one was trained on his own what he needed to offer. So it meant that we need to replace each other. So we need to work as a team, and what other storekeepers had were I know them, I had to know them, and even if they are not available, they are not present, I had also to cover them. So we worked together like that, and it was effective because we never let down our employers, because everything they need was well available, and when there was someone missing, we were covering him perfectly. So to tell you about a time when I had too many things to do and I had to prioritize my tasks. This was when at school, and I had too many things to do. I had a final assessment which had a deadline, and it was in a weekend, and then I had to watch a soccer match. I also had to go to repair my clothes, and I also had some bonus class assignments, but which will not be graded. And the way how I handled those tasks, I looked at what was on deadline and what was important and urgent. There's something which was important and urgent was this final assessment of our module, which was Advanced Excel. And watching the soccer match, yes, was important, but it was not, was urgent, but it was not important. And repairing my clothes, I could even go on another day to repair them, so it was not urgent, no, even though it was less important. So even these class assignments, they were not to be graded, so it was not important and it was not urgent. So I first worked on final assessment, which had a deadline, and then this had good results because I turned this assessment on time, and it was graded well because I passed it. So to tell you about the time when I had to go above and beyond the call of duty, how did I handle the situation? This happened at my workplace, whereby there were some items or materials which are coming to our company, and sometimes they would come at very late hours, and we are supposed to work 8 hours per day. So it means that we had to work for extra hours. So this was really bothering to me, and I thought maybe this job was too demanding, and what I did was, and I had so much stress because of working those extra hours, and it was needed me to be there because those items were coming in my store. So how I handled the situation was just handling the stress, managing the stress I had, and even talking with my employers if there will be someone who would replace me when I'm really tired and really stressful. And that worked because there was someone they hired who would work on those extra hours when I felt I was in too much stress. So that's the way I handled the situation. And tell you about a time when I worked effectively under pressure. So I had a boss who had hired me in that job I had of storekeeper at that company, and this boss would come on 2 days in a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And when she came, she was demanding a lot, and she was even putting us on pressure, showing us what we have not done, showing us everything, what she was really. Sometimes when she would come, some people would just avoid getting into contact with her, coming to her office, because she was too demanding. But that was good for me because I would approach her and ask her for feedback and ask her for a lot of things that I have done and how I could have done them better. So yes, it was really good to work with her. I could not fear her. All I could do was approach. Yes, by going beyond the call of duty, there were some good results for me because the company's project was ending, and they were cutting out employers, or they were firing some employees, and I was able to emplace my employers, and I was among few employees who were left in the company. So that was a big result for going above and beyond the call of duty. So by handling that pressure of our boss, our supervisor, by approaching her and asking her feedback, by not fearing her, I was able to earn her trust, and I think that's the biggest result I could have ever, because she trusted me and should give me other duties to do, which makes me working with her very effectively, and that was the result of handling the pressure at the workplace.